Hmm? Oh.
Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
I'm meteorologist Julie Broughton. Hurricane Imelda is pulling away from central Florida, but it is leaving behind rough surf. How long that sticks around and what that means for the rest of your workweek forecast coming up.
Plus, new details about a man who died after riding a Central Florida roller coaster. What his family's attorney just told us about the ride. And a high-stakes vote today to determine the future of a historic piece of land in Orange County. But first, we take you over to Daytona Beach, where recently upgraded Hurricane Imelda is still churning up some rough waters offshore. Meteorologist Julie Broughton is breaking it down for us right now. Didn't look so great over there in Daytona Beach.
No, Emily, that shot really says it all, doesn't it? Looking pretty rough out there. It is dangerous in the water, so best bet to avoid getting in the water really for the rest of the week, even into the weekend. Here's the latest for you on Imelda. It was upgraded to a hurricane at 8 o'clock this morning, and as of the 11 o'clock advisory, maximum sustained winds are up to 80 miles per hour, but the good news, it is continuing to move away from us. We are expecting it to become a Category 2 storm as it affects Bermuda tomorrow night and then moving into the North Atlantic by the end of the week and starting to lose its tropical characteristics. Another look outside for you of Daytona Beach. You can see the clouds, that rough surf. We're talking about high surf advisories in place through early Saturday. Those will likely be extended. We could see waves up to 10 feet, 79 degrees right now, and we're talking about gusty winds up to around 30 miles per hour at times in areas like Cocoa Beach. Mico, you are seeing 25 mile per hour wind gusts, and we are looking at seas around 10 to 15 feet in the nearshore waters. And again, that high threat of rip currents and a rough surf advisory through early this weekend. And we'll talk more about when the rain chances go down and then back up coming up in just a few minutes, Emily.
All right, thank you, Julie. As Hurricane Imelda passes by, conditions along the coast are expected to hit their worst point today, with wave heights getting up to 10 feet. Your Volusia County community correspondent Angie Casada is updating us on what it looks like out there this afternoon.
Heavy surf is pounding the coast all morning long. Take a look at these waves. They've been pretty intense, and they're expected to reach around 9 feet today here in Volusia County. Lifeguards say rip currents are especially dangerous, urging swimmers to stay out of the water unless they're right in front of a staff tower like this one, but that's at your own risk.
I just saw the waves from afar and was like, I got to get close up, got to check it out. God's nature right out here.
Hundreds of rescues have been made over the past several days, with one swimmer, a 51-year-old visitor, losing his life over the weekend, making people like Maxwell Van Wheeler think twice.
Yeah, I definitely am one of those types of people who would go into the water when it's a little bit more turbulent than normal. But yeah, hearing that, I'm taking a second guess.
I believe he was here with family, and he was swimming in an unguarded area. That's why it's so important to make sure you're swimming in front of those staff lifeguard towers at all times. Even the strongest swimmers get caught in rip currents, and it's just a lot of people underestimate the power of a rip current.
Red flags are up along the coast, with conditions expected to start easing tomorrow. In Daytona Beach, I'm your Volusia County community correspondent, Angie Casada, News 6.
Angie, thank you. New details emerging about a deadly shooting from yesterday morning. Investigators say Brian Whitaker shot and killed 21-year-old Joseph Whitmer. It all happened at the Edgewater condominiums in Deltona. According to investigators, Whitmer had just arrived home when the suspect, identified as Whitaker, walked up and shot at him. Investigators say Whitaker began to walk away, then turned and shot again, with the incident captured on a doorbell camera. Whitaker is set to appear in front of a judge this afternoon. He's charged with first-degree murder. We're once again hearing from the family of the man who died after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Universal's Epic Universe nearly 2 weeks ago. Their attorneys also claiming other people have come forward saying they were also hurt on the ride. News 6's Mark Lehman was there and shows us what the family and their attorneys had to say.
Attorney Ben Crump says it was important to hold this news conference here in Orlando after learning there were several other riders who were injured on this same attraction. He says that raises a number of red flags and that Universal should have taken action much sooner.
We want these answers so that we can have some peace.
The family of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala says they wanted to speak up again after hearing from people who have experienced the Stardust Racers roller coaster. Kevin's sister reading a message that was posted on his GoFundMe from a woman who says she was hurt on the ride back in May.
I too lost consciousness, suffered a concussion, injuries to my neck and spine.
What did they do about it when they got these complaints? That's the question.
Attorney Ben Crump says the account and others show there were warning signs before Rodriguez Zavala died after riding the attraction earlier this month.
Problems with restraints, riders being thrown forward, hitting hard structures. This shows that Kevin's case was not an isolated incident.
The medical examiner attributing the death to multiple blunt impact injuries. Under state law, Universal and other large theme parks are exempt from state safety inspections, which the attorneys say may need to change.
We will be calling upon greater government oversight of large companies like Universal instead of just letting them self-report.
And while an investigation continues, both Universal and the Florida Department of Agriculture have said the ride was functioning as intended when the incident happened. Crump says Universal is cooperating with his office in scheduling a time for his experts to inspect the coaster. He is, however, still calling for the autopsy results and video footage of the ride, which remains closed. In Orlando, Mark Lehman, News 6.
Mark, thank you. A state trooper is in the hospital this afternoon after getting hurt while chasing a stolen vehicle. The trooper is expected to be okay. The suspect and passenger of the stolen car were arrested. As we get more information, we'll update the story on air and on our website, clickorlando.com. Meantime, investigators in Orange County are looking into a death at an extended stay. It happened here at the Extended Stay America near John Young Parkway and the Turnpike. Investigators say the victim had obvious signs of trauma, but couldn't give us much more information than that. As soon as we learn more, we'll let you know. In Orange County, the future of a historic piece of land in Eatonville is now up to the school board. They're set to vote on a deal to transfer what's known as the Hungerford property to Dr. Phillips Charities this evening. The 117-acre site would host a number of facilities, like an early learning center. The Eatonville Town Council passed a resolution last week rejecting the deal, saying town leaders, not the charity, should have final say. Tonight's vote will happen at the school board meeting. A new alternative high school in Osceola County cut the ribbon this morning. Today was the grand opening of the school's permanent building. Your Osceola County community correspondent Stephanie Rodriguez was there looking at how this high school will help get students who have fallen behind back on track.
Vineland Lakes High School is all about setting students up for success so they can graduate and go on to the next chapter, no matter the obstacles they may face.
So we're able to accommodate over 450 students.
Adorned with orange and yellow, the Hive at Vineland Lakes High School is helmed by the Queen Bee, Dr. Tiana Coleman.
Our motto is together we swarm, we strive, and we succeed.
The school, a second-mile tuition-free charter school, the high school works with the Osceola County School District to provide an accelerated learning program for students behind on credits.
So Vineland Lakes is a school that helps our students that need to catch up so that they can still have the chance to graduate.
School started in August, but now they're in a brand new building made to cater to students' needs and provide an environment where they can thrive.
And one thing that I like to say is that we are one of the safest schools around because our kids do go through the metal detector. The other thing is that we take their cell phones so they are able to concentrate, and we don't get any pushback from that.
Even though it's a non-traditional school, students still get to attend prom and cross the graduation stage while getting help to figure out what's next.
We have Miss Coffee Wilson, who's our college and career specialist.
As they settle into this space, a donation of a high-tech translator will expand their reach.
Communication is key, and so therefore, in having those translators, we are not leaving any student behind.
The school is always accepting students, so if you want more information, visit this story at clickorlando.com. I'm your Osceola County Community Correspondent Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
Has your door handle ever come off in your hand? You know you can swap this out. These come as complete sets. It only takes about 15 minutes. I'm Eric Von Anken, the Handy Newsman. We're getting results at home coming up.
All right, see you soon, Eric. And ditching dial-up, why AOL says it's time to finally say goodbye. We leave you with a live look at our Mount Dora cam. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
Peggy!
Hi, how are you?
Hey, it's Eric Von Anken, the Handy Newsman.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Great to meet you. And who is this?
That's my dog, Brutus.
Is Brutus going to help out today?
I think so.
I hear, Peggy, we have a broken
Yes,
door
I do,
lock.
up on the balcony so I don't get stuck.
Show me what's going on. I don't want that either.
As you can see, it's about to fall off.
Oh, boy.
So that's what I'm worried about.
Do you get stuck?
I had Yes, that's
It's kind of old.
That's the problem.
I got you a brand new one.
Oh, great.
We're going to swap this out, see if we can get results at home for you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You might remember the last time we swapped out a lock, it's because we were missing the key. Well, this time it's a little bit different. This lock is old, it's falling apart, so they make entire replacement sets. So we're going to take this one out and put this one in. Step one is take everything out. Start with the handle and the lock, then do the latches. I think I brought everything but the kitchen sink. Got the handle and lock out, now we're going to take out the latches. Step two, we're going to do step one in reverse, basically. First, we're going to put the latches in and then the lock and the handle. Bottom latch and top latch. Now I'm going to put the two lock pieces together. Install the screws. And same thing now with the door handle. Think it works? Peggy! Check it out!
Wow.
How'd we do?
I thought you were just going to do this. I didn't know I was going to get this too.
Well, we got to do it right if we're going to get your results right.
Great. Brutus wants to check it out too.
Brutus, what do you think? Is it okay, Brutus?
Oh, that's much better.
And here are your keys, Peggy.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. We got your results at home?
You sure did. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Nicely done, Eric. Taking a live look at our camera in Daytona Beach, where surf is expected to pick up as Imelda has officially been upgraded to hurricane status. Meteorologist Julie Broughton is here. Julie, correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like it's gotten even worse out there.
Yeah, things have been deteriorating throughout the day today, and today will be the worst of it. Things will start to improve a little bit tomorrow, but still, we are talking about high surf advisories in place all along our coast through the weekend. So here's what you need to know. We're talking about some tropical downpours, especially along the coast. Rain chances along the coast are around 60% today. The farther west you go, the lower your chance of rain, but still we could all get caught under some of those showers. Keep that dangerous surf around into the weekend, and then we'll see a little bit of a transition day tomorrow. So we dry things out a little bit tomorrow, but then we see a pattern shift toward the end of the week, and that could potentially bring us some heavy rain into the weekend. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you download our free News 6 weather app. It's a great way to keep up with all of these changes because it has been a wild week already for us, and it's only Tuesday. So we have the high surf advisory in place right now through 4 o'clock Saturday morning. I imagine that will likely be extended because we're talking about just a lot of rough surf thanks to these two tropical systems. Here is Imelda, which was upgraded to a hurricane at 8 o'clock this morning. Umberto is actually losing some of its strength, still a hurricane though, with winds at 80 miles per hour sustained. The latest on Imelda as of 11 o'clock, maximum sustained winds at 80 miles per hour. It started to take that northeasterly turn through the overnight hours and early this morning, which means it is now moving away from us. We are expecting it to become a Category 2 storm interacting with Bermuda by tomorrow night. Now, again, here's another look outside along our coast. All of this rough surf is thanks to Imelda, and we're seeing some mist out there and some rain, a lot of cloud cover. 79 degrees in Daytona Beach, 81 in Cape Canaveral, it's 80 in the Villages, and Wildwood, you're checking in at 81 as well. We don't have any wind advisories in place, but we are looking at wind gusts pretty significant out there, up to 29 miles per hour in Cape Canaveral. Even in Orlando, our wind gusts right now are at 26 miles per hour. Radar showing most of us are dry. A lot of that rain you see is out there over the Atlantic with Imelda, but again, some of those showers have been brushing the coastline, and you can see as we loop the radar over the last hour, the general motion is from north to south, so we'll continue to see some of those showers riding right along the coastline areas like Volusia County down into Brevard County. Here's how that looks as we go hour by hour.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
So here's a look at the modeling for you. 2 o'clock this afternoon, still thick cloud cover. Those showers continuing to rotate from north to south. Even through the overnight hours, we may see some pockets of heavier rain right along the coast. But then some drier air begins to build in for our Wednesday. But notice as we head toward the end of the week, a strong area of high pressure builds in from our north. Along with that brings a strong easterly component to our winds, tapping back into some of that moisture. And that will increase our chances toward the late part of the week and into the weekend. So here's how it looks as we take you through your extended forecast. Temperatures today only climbing into the mid-80s with rain chances in Orlando around 40%. Higher at the coast, lower off to the west. Tomorrow looking a little bit better, temperatures a little bit higher, only a 30% chance of rain before going right back up heading into the weekend, Emily.
All right, thank you, Julie. Well, it is the end of an era for the early days of the internet. Coming up, the internet connectivity provider saying goodbye to that dial-up sound you may remember well. Here's a live look at downtown Orlando from our Light Orlando Delivering Hope camera. You're watching News 6 at noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, it's the end of an era for AOL, once the biggest name in internet service connectivity. The company still offered dial-up. That's until today. They're now ditching it. It was a remembrance of the early days of the internet, that familiar, unmistakable sound of connection. As of 2 years ago, only about 1% of U.S. households with internet were only using dial-up. And now it's goodbye for good. Hard to believe. This morning, Orange County commissioners approved the design and construction of a brand new animal shelter. The current shelter has been open since 1987, and while it was state-of-the-art at the time, it's undergone several renovations and is tight on space. The new shelter will be at the same location near the Mall Millenia, but will span more than 123,000 square feet with 265 dog kennels and housing for nearly 200 cats. The total price tag is expected to be around $50 million. The project is expected to be complete in the summer of 2027. Try out the all-new primetime schedule on News 6 Plus. Matt and Ginger have a new take on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9. Go in depth as we track the tropics and answer your weather questions with meteorologist Jonathan Kegas at 9:30. Then watch the late news an hour earlier. It's all tonight on News 6 Plus. Download our streaming app for free. Search WKMG in your smart TV's app store. It's also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. We'll be right back. Meteorologist Julie Broughton joining us for one last check of your forecast. We now have Hurricane Imelda.
Yeah, so a hurricane out there, and that means we are seeing really churned up surf. Best bet, stay out of the water today. High surf advisories are in place until early this weekend. 79 degrees right now in Daytona Beach. We are seeing some of those showers off the coast. Now, again, you'll see some fast-moving tropical downpours throughout the day today. Rain chances in Orlando around 40%. The closer you are to the coast, the better chance of seeing some showers. We dropped the rain chance a little bit on Wednesday before bumping it right back up at the end of the week.
All right, switch over now to the News 6 Plus streaming app or clickorlando.com to watch News 6 Extra. Have a great day.